This is D-Vang. Welcome to episode 84 of the Outlaw Joseph Scots. This is a town episode. Last episode, Joseph did a town adventure and succeeded in preventing the bank robbery. So now he gets to reap some reward, I guess. He gets to go to town and see what he can buy. So let's get to the town board. All right, here we are, everyone. Welcome. If you notice, I have a blue kind of cloth down. It's going to try to help with the glare that I've been having off our table. So hopefully it works for you and works for me, and without being too distracting. We have a town episode for Joseph. First, Joseph, I don't believe I rolled for his Darkstone corruption, so he has one gun that he needs to roll for because he has the one ornate case from the market, which lets him hide one of his pistols. So he's rolling 3 dice here. So one potential corruption, which he saves. He does have one corruption already, as well as, and that was from using the Ring of Corruption. And he has 3 items in his side bag, a tonic and herbs and a tequila, because he used both his flash powders. So that will be something that he can pick up. There's 2 more items for his side bag. Obviously, we want to go to a blacksmith to get some Darkstone bullets. We know how rough it is without them. And Darkstone bullets, or at least some sort of other additional ammo, would be very nice for extra damage. And he actually needs some Darkstone. He's down to 4. He has not found much in the way of Darkstone, partially because these town missions are not providing many. So hopefully he can rob a bank. So hopefully we have sort of, say, like the outpost or something where he can rob and grab some Darkstone. But that is sort of beside the point. So we are traveling. Let's go ahead and travel. Joseph's going to go to a large town to give us the better odds of finding the buildings that we need. So automatically has 1 travel hazard and then rolls a d6. On a 1, 2, or 3, there's an additional travel hazard. There is not. He's got a 4 there. So just 1 travel hazard. Let's see what travel hazard he has. We will say the red die will be the first digit. A 24. A 24 on the travel chart is a Darkstone convoy. As you ride up the trail, you come across a convoy of wagons carrying a load of Darkstone and armed guards. They tell you the town up ahead is paying top dollar for any Darkstone they can get their hands on. So during my town stay, any Darkstone shards sold by the heroes are worth an extra $25 each. That is unfortunate because Joseph doesn't have a lot, and he actually wants to keep some Darkstone, I think. He's not really hurting for money. He still doesn't have a lot, in my opinion, but he hasn't had a lot that he's needed to buy, recently, and I've had pretty good luck with being recognized. Knock on wood. But so that is his one hazard. Was the Darkstone convoy. So we will go to a large town. Let's see what type of town it is. We need to check for a specialty town. We have a 7, so it is just a standard frontier town. And here is the large chart, large map with Joseph in the middle. All right, and then we have our day counter. There we go. We are all set. So what sort of buildings does this town have? We have a sheriff's office. Useless to Joseph. We have a smuggler's den. That's a very nice one for Joseph. We have a general store. We have The Frontier Outpost, good, good. Robbing the bank. We have the doctor's office, good. Get rid of some corruption. We have the street market, not horrible. We have the Indian trading post, probably not as useful. And last, we have, the blacksmith. That was close. And that was drawn purely randomly. There was no fudging on this end. Oof. Alright, well, so day one to the blacksmith. Frontier Outpost is definitely something we want to go to. What else might we want to go to? Sort of obviously the doctor's office to get rid of his 1 point of corruption would be nice. Although it's not completely necessary simply because he's got, he does have the ring which allows 1 more point of corruption. With Outpost, don't think there's anything at the Indian trading post that Joseph wants. Potentially for the Vision Quest, but he does have to pass a Spirit 5+ test, which Joseph only has 1 die, so that's going to be rough, or tough to do. And then last is the street market, and is that something that he wants to consider doing? The bathhouse, he's not hurt. The street gambling kind of sucks. No, so he doesn't really want to do the street market. So we got at least three to do, or 4 to do. We got the blacksmith, doctor, smuggler's den, and outpost, and those should all be reasonable, depending on what kind of happens during his town stay. So let's go ahead and start with his daily event card, which says heavy rain. All rolls on the location event chart today are -1. Alright, so Joseph is at the blacksmith. And let's see what happens here at the blacksmith. Remember, it's -1 now. So it is a 5, -1 is a 4. So a cost increase. All purchases are plus $100. Well, that's not great. Does make the Darkstone bullets cost $300. But it's well worth it, and that is all he's purchasing, so it's not a horrible deal. So he's going to spend 1 Darkstone and $300 to get his Darkstone bullets. Hooray! And that's going to be a pretty quick day 1. As sort of usual. Alright, and is there an event? There is not an event. And then Joseph needs to see if he has been recognized and how much. Ooh, he's got 3, so 150. Alright, so this might be an expensive day, or town stay. We'll have to see if that keeps up. So days go. So day 2, I think we need to save robbing the bank for last, simply because it very could end our town stay, and it would actually kind of be more thematic. So let's do the doctor's office. We'll do the safe version here. So he's going to go to the doctor's office. What do we have for the daily event for the second day? We have persecution. So, form an angry mob and punishing mutants. Every hero with a mutation must roll a d6 for each mutation they have. If any of them rolls a 1, he's been discovered. He must try to flee town. His town stay is over. There is no mutant quarter. Joseph does have 1. He still has his boils, his void boils. So we do need to see if he is recognized. A 6, he is not. Thank goodness. Though this would be a really short episode. And what do we have? We have a doctor's office. So doctor's office. Joseph's treating his corruption, so he spends another $100 and then rolls a die. A 1, so he does take a d6 wounds. So 5. So he is going to go into the next adventure, the next episode, with 5 wounds. unless he goes to the bathhouse to cure it, which is a possibility if that's what we decide we want to do. I don't think he wants to stay in town long enough for that, though. Let me just grab the 5 wounds here so I don't forget. And that is the end of the second day. That's all we're doing at the doctor's office. Actually, I could take a break. We don't need the injection because we have the rattlesnake fang, so we're immune to the poisons. He could pick up some healing herbs and another tonic. He has 2 spots left in the side bag. He has 1 tonic, 1 herbs, and a tequila. And you know what? I think that is what he's going to do. I don't think that he necessarily wants to buy anything else. Well, is there any other things he can buy, any new things he can buy at the smugglers? No, so there are no tokens other than tequila that he can buy at the smugglers then. So, there's nothing else that he might want. He can, actually his last thing might be, because joining the bank heist from the smugglers den immediately ends his location visit. So you might want to do the frontier outpost, then the smugglers den, and try to get a double robbery going. Do the outpost bank and then the town bank, which sounds just completely awesome. The advantage of playing an outlaw. But that is the end of day 2. Is there a town event? There is not. And then let's see how badly Joseph is recognized. Oops. He is not recognized at all. So that makes up for the first day. I'm guessing because he hasn't robbed anybody yet. So people are like, that can't be Joseph. He hasn't robbed anybody. So day 3. Day 3, I guess, is the frontier outpost. That would be, essentially just robbing the bank there. But could be fun. Oh, you know, I didn't roll for the event at the doctor's office. I should have. A 7 was nothing. Just in case it made a difference. Alright, so daily event, all prices in town are minus $10. Well, unfortunately this is place he is not going to buy anything there. So the frontier outpost, what do we have? What's going on here? We have a 7. It's a trading post. So draw a world card to determine where the prospector has been. Then draw an artifact card from that world. And the artifact may be purchased for d6 times 150. So the world card is Targa Plateau. Alright, now what item do we have? A control crystal. So once per fight, roll a d6 for every Targa pylon and robot enemy on your map tile. On the roll of 1, 2, or 3, that model is shut down. Remove from the board, gain 20 experience. And then after each use, roll a d6. 1 or 2. It doesn't have a weight. Costs 200, unfortunately. So that means, and he wants to sell it for a d6 times 150. So if I roll a 1, I rolled a 2. So 300 instead of 200. I don't think it's worth it. I haven't run into too many Targa pylons or robot enemies. So I don't think it's worth it for Joseph to pick that up. It was certainly an interesting option, but not something that I think he's going to do. So at the Frontier Outpost, folks, doesn't want to train because he doesn't care about experience, holding up the Outpost Bank, nothing else to buy, can't do a bounty. Alright, so the Outpost Bank. He doesn't want to sell any Darkstone, he's only got 3 left. So we're going to hold up the Outpost Bank. So he's going to make an Agility 5+ test. So 2, 3, 4, 5. He's got a 6 Agility, so he's got 6 dice, needing 5s. He doesn't get anything else. Extra skill check die when traveling. And he's got the black die, so +1 cunning while in town. That does not help with his agility. So here we go, 6 dice. So going on 5s. He gets 1 success, so we will spend a grit, and let's re-roll all of these. See if we can get more than 1 success, so we can get a little bit of money and Darkstone. Ooh, nice. So he gets 3 more successes. So a total of 4 successes. That is excellent. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 2. You know, I need money less than I need Darkstone. So let's do this. I'm going to roll. We'll use purple dice. So for the Darkstone, so I want to get 3 things. 3 of these are going to be for Darkstone. 1 is for money. Darkstone are a D3. Let's grab ourselves some Darkstone. Could fill us up, could put us over our 8 limit in the tomb chest, in which case then he could conceivably sell the Darkstone. But not with a roll like that. So he gets $50, but he gets 3 for 5 pieces of Darkstone. So that was a pretty bad haul, but you know, hopefully he's going to get more. I think he's going to get more money in the other Darkstone, or the other bank heist at the Smuggler's Den. I don't believe that gives Darkstone. I don't recall off the top of my head, but I don't think so. So Joseph is at his cap of 8 in the tomb chest, which is a nice change. And all right, so that is it for the day. So let us see if there is an event. A 6. There is no event. Ooh, all right. I'm just staying for just 1 more day because we want to go to the Smuggler's Den and do the bank heist to finish. So he again is not recognized, even though he did rob the Frontier Bank, the Frontier Outpost Bank. So very nice. He's in good shape. All right, so day 4, town event, a daily event card. See what we get. It is heavy rain again. So -1, excuse me, on the event chart for the Smuggler's Den. That is where he's going, to the Smuggler's Den. Last day, let's see what happens. This is -1. This is gonna, so a 6 -1 is 5. It is called What You Looking At, Boy? A large, nasty looking thug turns his attention to you. Lose 1 grit as you stare down the thug. If you do not have a grit, your stay in the Smuggler's Den is over. Joseph does have 1 grit left. Excuse me. Because he starts town with 2. And he spent 1. Now, does he mean he does not have a grit to use in the Smuggler's Den for the bank heist? Which is unfortunate. Well, he does have the tonic. He does have a tonic. He does have 2 tonics. Because he picked up an herbs and a tonic. So he does have 2 tonics that he can do. He can use. So there's nothing else that he wants to purchase at the Smuggler's Den. He could get the illegal ammo, but since he's either the blood rounds or the hell bullets, but since he does not I don't remember what I was saying. He doesn't need to do anything there except the bank heist. Nothing that he wants to buy. So he's going to certainly do the bank heist. So limit once per town stay, and it ends your location visit. Make a cunning 5+ town to rob the town's bank with a local group of outlaws. So Joseph is a 4 + 1 is 5. So he's 5 cunning. And then he can discard an explosive to gain +3 cunning for the limit. So that is an option, I suppose. And you know what? He's going to do that. He's going to buy a shaped charge for 325. Because you know what? Because. So he's going to buy a shaped charge. Don't worry about that. 325 bucks. The actual rules for it doesn't matter, but it is an explosive. You know, a dynamite would work, but I did not think ahead and buy a dynamite at the trading post, which I probably should have for 200. It would have saved me 125, but you know, I didn't even think about it. So he's going to buy the shape charge there for 325. And then he's going to use that to get +3 cunning for this roll. So, boom, he's rolling 8 dice. Okay. It needs a cunning 5+ test. Actually, I guess I don't need to. Because all it needs, if I'm successful, I gain a luck times $50 for each 5. Well, for each 5+ rolls. So sure. Let's do that. Give me 8 dice. Hopefully no ones. No ones. I do have 3 successes, and then I got 2, 2, 2, 4, 4, and those don't do anything. So he succeeds. So there's no actual like shootout. He doesn't take any wounds because he didn't roll any ones. He has 3 successes, so it's going to be luck times $50 for each of those. His luck is 4, so 200 times each. So 2, 4, 600 bucks. All right. And that is it. So that made that is correct. That did make up for his failure to get any real money out of the Frontier Outpost Bank. But he did get a goodly amount. He got enough Darkstone out of it. So that worked great. So it is the end of day 4. Let's see if there is a town event. A 5. There is no town event. How often does that happen to Joseph? Especially given that he hasn't had any, and it is day 4. We don't need to see if he has been recognized, but you know what? We will anyway see if he has become notorious after robbing the bank. No, he's only got one person, so you know, he kind of blended in with that group of smugglers. You know, it is a standard town, but it does have a smuggler's den, so it's obviously on the sketchy side. But that was a relatively uneventful town stay for Joseph. Kind of placid, but you know, one foot in front of the other. So I think that all works though. He does have 5 wounds going into the next mission, but he is full up on Darkstone, and he's got some extra herbs and another tonic for grit as needed. So I think we'll be prepared for next week to do the next town mission, which is the jailbreak, and we'll see exactly what that entails next week. So, everybody, thanks for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye.